Hey guys, how's it going? This is Doomer17 back with you with a quick movie review today. This one I recently saw was Jackie Brown from Quentin Tarantino. Now, I recently saw QT8, which was released on Netflix or Hulu or something. I don't know where. I saw it on my own site. But it went back through Quentin Tarantino's first 8 movies from Reservoir Dogs all the way down to Hateful Eight. And I enjoyed it a lot. It kind of showed his techniques of making movies, how he had a family type atmosphere, used the same actors a lot, always quizzed his actors on different things to make sure they had the right motivation. That was really good. Thought it showed his genius, which I do agree he is a genius when it comes to filmmaking. But I noticed that the only movie I hadn't seen from him was Jackie Brown. So I decided to go ahead and take a look at that movie. So here are my quick thoughts on that. Pam Grier plays Jackie Brown. She works for Sam Jackson. She's pretty much a mule, moving money back and forth. He has a bunch of girls doing this. Also, Robert De Niro shows up as one of a buddy of Sam Jackson. Just got out of jail, is working with him on this sting that they're putting together. Robert Forster is a bail bonds agent. Michael Keaton is a ATF person, and I think that pretty much covers all the major people. Yeah, Sam Jackson, he does a great job carrying the movie with his acting and his ponytail, which once you see it, you can't not see it. Very charismatic as usual. He's classic Sam Jackson in this movie. Samuel Jackson at his best. Loud, boisterous, yelling, says the N word like 50 times. He's the Samuel Jackson we love to see. He carries every scene he's in. He does a fantastic job. Pam Grier, this is actually the first thing I've seen her act in. I'm not sure what I think about her as an actress. She's extremely beautiful. Even when she made this movie, she was in her 40s, and her heyday was in the 70s. So really, the plot of this movie was about moving on in life. Pam Grier used to be in the blaxploitation films. Robert Forster used to be in the westerns, and they're kind of all getting older and has themes of knowing where you are in life and moving on. Michael Keaton, before this, he was in Batman. And Sam Jackson, he was just getting started. His career was really starting to take off with Quentin Tarantino. But getting back to Pam Grier, she's when you see her face, it's like looking at Medusa. You can't take your eyes off her because her face is just so unique, so striking visually. But I'm not really sure about her acting. It seems like she's a little limited. She kind of made the same face the entire movie. She had some scenes where she kind of raised her tonality when she kind of yelled, kind of tried to smile or kind of show something different. But I just felt like her acting was pretty limited. And Quinn really didn't have much to work with there. He apparently gave her the role because she had auditioned for a role in Pulp Fiction 3 years earlier, but he didn't think that she was right for it, and he kind of made an offhand remark that he would make a movie for her. And then when he wrote Jackie Brown, when she came to audition, he had posters of her all up around the auditioning space, so she was pretty much a shoo-in for the role. But I thought she did good with what she had, but I thought she could have been better. She just doesn't have much range, doesn't emote much, and just overall seemed very limited in her acting abilities compared to Samuel L. Jackson. That's just my opinion. I loved Robert De Niro's role as a kind of frumpy, kind of gruff guy that just got out of jail. Didn't have a lot of lines, mumbled through his lines, and he played the character perfectly. A guy that just didn't really have much to say, ex-con, just going along with the job to get paid. Robert Forster as the guy that falls in love with Pam Grier at first sight, so he's working with her the whole movie. What they're trying to do is there's some money down in Mexico, and they're trying to get it up to the United States, but the ATF knows that the money is coming. Sam Jackson's trying to get all 500,000. Pam Grier's trying to split it with Forster. The ATF knows it's coming, so they're trying to get the money, but there's so many side plans and side deals. And when it gets to the end of the movie, it kind of harkens back to Pulp Fiction with the way the narrative is structured, how we see the same event in a lot of different viewpoints. So he doesn't mess with the structure of the movie as much as Pulp Fiction, where he shows it completely out of order. So all in all, really good movie. I give it probably about, I don't know, 7.3 out of 10. Definitely worth the watch. Probably won't watch it again, but it's nice to finally see that movie. So now I've seen every movie he's ever released. I would say that it's near the bottom in terms of quality. I mean, all of his stuff, Inglourious Bastards and Hateful Eight, of course, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and of course Kill Bill, which was huge when I was in high school. I would say all those are better, but this is kind of just a nice heist movie blaxploitation, really good soundtrack, Delphonics. So go ahead and take a look at it if you haven't already. I think you'll enjoy it. And comment below what you thought of this movie. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be back later with another movie, and I'll check with you guys next time. Peace.